Welcome to another HR session, and I am able to sit down and speak with Hannah Swager, who is the Communications Director with MCCOY during this session today. So thank you, Hannah, very much for taking time out of your day to be here with us.
Thanks for having me.
So can you tell us a little bit about what MCCOY is, the work that gets done, mission, a little bit about your role as well?
Absolutely. So MCCOY stands for the Marion County Commission on Youth. We are a youth intermediary organization. So our mission is to champion the positive development of youth through leadership on key issues and support of the youth worker community. So what that looks like is a lot of us doing some capacity building in terms of training for youth work and indie. So that might look like summer camp workers, people working with kids after school, like leaders for youth in the central Indiana area. Also, we do a lot of advocacy work and raising awareness and also pushing for legislative change in order to create supports for young people and for families. We're also kind of a gateway to help connect families with the resources that they need as well, and to get resources out there and to help all the organizations that work with youth to communicate with one another and to get the resources out there to social workers, to anyone who has contact with youth. So while I don't work directly with youth every day, all of us in this office work with leaders in youth issues on different commissions, and just like when everybody comes together to try to figure out how to better youth for the city, we're there. So that's a little bit about what we do. As the communications director, I work a lot with our social media. I do press releases, and just the other day I arranged a couple of interviews about bullying in schools. So I'm just doing a little bit of this and that in terms of helping communicate our mission and helping communicate what is out there to support families and youth in the Indy and central Indiana area.
Excellent. Thank you for the work that you do.
Thank you.
Excellent organization. So if I have a student, what are ways in which they can engage with your office in terms of volunteer, internship, after graduation opportunities?
Absolutely. Yeah, we do have occasional internship opportunities, and for that, I recommend that they reach out to our office. They can reach out to me via email, please do. Currently, I'm seeking an intern who may have some experience or some interest in photography to take photographs at our different events, and maybe to do a little bit of outreach or designing like social media banners with like trivia about youth statistics in Indianapolis or something like that. So that's currently something that we're working on trying to get because our summer interns are coming to a close. So some of the things that they've done is do some research and create banners that are like infographics talking about different facts about youth in Indianapolis and raising awareness about things like mental health and poverty and different challenges that youth face today. So yeah, so that's currently what we're looking for, but we do have internships and we could arrange some volunteer opportunities if there's anybody, like I know that Sandoms have to do service hours and things like that. If they wanted to do something related to nonprofit work, like we don't work directly with youth, but related to youth causes and helping us do different things, then we could potentially line up someone for some volunteer hours as well. Trying to think of any other ways to connect. For high school students, we do have the Mayor's Youth Leadership Council and some involvement there. And I know that that's not as relevant to college students, but I wanted to mention it in there because I really do love working for an organization that has some representation from the population that we serve, if that makes sense. So a lot of what we do is also engaging with the Mayor's Youth Leadership Council. So that's another potential way that a college intern or volunteer might engage, is by getting involved with the council. And I do think that there's such benefit to having a youthful voice on our team. Someone who, just the other day, we had somebody talking, one of our interns was explaining some of the lingo that we already don't understand because we're, 10 years older than her. So she's trying to explain what bet means. Anyway, she's like, it means what you want it to mean. And I'm like, no, but it's a bet. And she's like, no, it's not. It was the funniest thing. Yeah, I speak a completely different language already than the youth that we have in, and I think that there's such value. So we would love to have somebody to also engage and help inspire our young people that are engaged with MCCOY as well.
Excellent. And then do you have interns every semester? So fall, winter, spring, or is it more of a year-long internship? Lots of different combinations.
Yeah, it just kind of depends, because most interns that we've had, it sounds like they just kind of find us, or they're students who were previously on our Mayor's Youth Leadership Council who just say, hey, you know, I'm interested in your kind of work. Do you want an internship? And we just kind of see if we have something available on the team. So I recommend, yeah, reaching out. I know that in the spring we had 2 interns, and this summer we have 4, which is pretty impressive because we are only a team of 6 or 7, 6 full-time people in MCCOY. So yeah, I recommend reaching out, even if it's a school year opportunity, but also as is typical, like summer is a big time for it as well. But in the fall, we have our big fundraiser coming up. It's called How Are the Children? So I'm looking for somebody to help me promote that event specifically and to create different banners. And I'm hoping to release different statistics about how the children are in central Indiana every week leading up to it.
Excellent. I apologize for the noise that just went behind that just went behind me.
I didn't even hear that. Was that like a trash truck?
Yep. So I apologize.
Nice. That's fine.
If a student's interested, I know you said reach out. Should they go to your, do you have a website that they could go to look at more information?
Yes, if they want to see more about what we do, first of all, they can follow MCCOY Youth on social media. And we do have like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and a TikTok. Anyway, I'm not sure what all we'll be doing with that as far as advocacy and different things, but that's what I use to make videos. That's what I've been doing lately with that. So they can follow us on social media to keep up to date on what we're doing. And also you can go to mccoyyouth.org. That's MCCOYOUTH.org.
Excellent. So my last question to you is there anything that we didn't get to share about MCCOY that you were hoping to through this, or any lasting parting piece that you believe students should know?
Just know that your voice is valuable, I guess. Anyway, valuable to our organization and to any organization, because again, ours is serving youth, so we appreciate having young voices, and we want to be an advocate for youth that isn't just kind of seizing the spotlight and us telling them what's important to them, if that makes sense. So we really do want to hear from young people, and we want to have young voices on our team who are passionate about new ideas and excited to make efforts for positive change for young people in Indiana.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
All right. Thanks so much, Brandy.